entrepreneur whose words will make you sure. Know, trust, and believe. The master teacher has come to help you succeed. The gem dropper, the truth speaker, the voice in the universe that will bring you to your highest peak. Welcome to the Get High on Motivation Show with Mimi the Motivator, your favorite motivator's favorite motivator.
is going on this morning? I think, can you hear me now? Well, technical difficulties. Thank you for the tribe tuning in and letting me know whether or not I could be heard or not. Miss Connor, can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Type something in the chat box and let me know if you can hear me wherever you're watching this. Yes, you can finally hear me. Good. All right. So for the third time this morning, we're going to say good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, love bugs. I am Mimi the Motivator, your favorite motivator's favorite motivator. And this morning I am persistent. I guess my food for thought was trying to tell me something before I told you something. So I want to thank you for being here. I'm glad that you are here. I'm glad that I am loud and clear now and working, and we are here together. I thank you for being patient with me. I thank you for being patient with yourself. Most importantly, because that's who you're here for. You're not here for me. You're here for you. So let's get this party started. We have a conversation as always. And today the conversation is that the battle is an indicator of the blessing. Okay? The battle is an indicator of the blessing. So are you ready for that? So get your notes ready. Get your mind ready. Most importantly, how about let's all just take a deep breath together. Just inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Do it again. Inhale through that nose. Exhale through your mouth. Yes. So that way we can feel calm. We can feel how we need to feel this morning, because sometimes we need to get ourselves juiced up. Okay? Like I said, the battle is an indicator of the blessing is what we're talking about this morning. But before we get into that, we do have some food for thought. And food for thought comes from Ralph Waldo Emerson. I'm telling you, he was trying to teach me something this morning before I got started with y'all. So what he says is that by persisting in your path, though you forfeit the little, you gain the great. So we forfeited a few minutes this morning, but it's okay because it's for our greater good. We're here, we're now, and we might have a little interruption from Siri, of course, telling us what time it is, so y'all just be prepared. But it's okay. We're always on time is what I believe. I believe that it was divine timing that we're just now coming together and that the sound is just now working because the right people needed to hear today's message. So I want to thank you if you're here with me today. Go ahead and hit that share button because I bet you somebody else in your world that needs this message as well today. Ralph Waldo Emerson says that in persisting in our path, we're going to lose a few things. There's going to be a few things that we lose. There's going to be a few people that we lose. That's going to be most important in your track to success. Be ready for some things and some people to fall away. Get ready for some people to start acting a little funny towards you. Okay? Be ready for people to just fizzle off and you're just wondering what happened to them. Let them fizzle off. We're going to have to let some of those people go, and it's for a greater good, and it's going to make space for greater people to come into our lives. So let them broke folks go on and walk away so the billionaires and millionaires can walk into your life because they are ready to be a part of your life. So how about you open up yourself and receive them? It is time for us to be more mindful of who we are spending our time with. It's what we talked about in Black Coffee Talk last week because it is important. What is your biggest influence? Who are your biggest influence? Are your biggest influencers coming from online, from on YouTube? I live on YouTube, y'all. Between that and reading books, my biggest influencer is one of the books that I read every single morning. I don't allow people who just happen to be in my life or happen to be in my family happen to influence me. We have a choice to make. And in part of that choosing, it's saying no to some people. It's saying no to some things. It's saying no to some, I'm going to call them opportunities, like to go out to the club. It's not that great of an opportunity unless you got a back pocket full of business cards and you're ready to pass them all out. But if you got deadlines to meet, if you have a team that you have to be working on and building, then you don't have time for that. You have to give up some of those small things and have to be uncomfortable for a little while. We have to stop buying some of the stuff that we love to buy, some of those things that we used to treat ourselves with. If we have a greater idea in mind, we need to calm back some. We're going to dial back some because there is a greater good. There's a greater win. There's a greater gain awaiting us. That's what's really awaiting us when we are reaching our goals and working towards our goals. It is not the goal that is important. It's who you become in reaching the goal. It's who you meet in reaching the goal. It's the things that you create along the way that you didn't even know or have any intentions of creating along the way. That is where the gold is. The gold is sometimes knowing that we just won't be seen for a little while. We won't be heard from a little while. We won't be answering the phone and returning text messages like we used to. If anybody emails me, they know they're going to get an email back that lets them know I only check emails once a day on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. AKA, don't expect no response from me. Because I am being master of my time. And I'm introducing you and inviting you to do the same. Be the master of your time. Be the master of your energy. Don't allow the people and the stuff and the organizations in your life, be the master of that. Don't allow them to dictate what you are doing today. You choose that. And it's going to be some people who going to have a little something to say. They're going to feel some type of way. That's their business. That's not yours. We are working towards a greater gain. Sometimes we have to give up some of our little habits that we really know don't serve us, but we just keep doing them anyway. I'm sorry, love bug. The time has come when you're going to have to stop doing some of that stuff. You're ready to level up. And part of leveling up, we got to let some stuff go because it's going to bog us down. It's going to be holding us back, holding us down. Some stuff is bondage. Some people in our life are bondage. Some of the roles and positions that we are seeking to fulfill are bondage. If they're not making you feel good, making you feel empowered and giving you some type of satisfaction, then it's not the right thing to be doing. I don't care what it is. Whatever you're investing your time and energy into should feel good. The only part that might not feel good is some of the working out part, some of the lifting weight, building the spiritual, physical, emotional, and even financial muscles. Sometimes, that part doesn't feel so great, but you know that you feel great when you see the result at the end. Results are motivating. That's why we have to continuously make results. It's not about reaching the goal. It's about taking action on a daily basis towards that goal. I don't care if it's 5 minutes. You can't tell me you don't have 5 minutes to work towards something that you really desire to have in your life. You can't tell me you don't have 5 minutes to invest in towards learning what you need to learn to become the person that you desire to be, to have what you want. It's all together. It's a be, do, have model. We have to change who we are. Quit trying to change everybody else. Quit trying to change the organizations we are part of. How about change self? Because that's where the change is going to happen. How about give up some stuff yourself so that way you can see the other people in your life mimic that. And you'll watch them drop some bad habits. So if there's somebody in your life that has some annoying habit that you know is really keeping them from success, then go ahead and look in the mirror, boo. What habit is really keeping you from success? What is keeping you from your destiny? What is keeping you from gaining that greater gain that is awaiting you? It's awaiting you. So go on and tap in. Open up. Trust. And allow. And watch what comes through. So let's move into today's conversation. But before that, I do want to make sure that I am inviting you to everything I got going on in my life. So make sure that you find my link tree. Linktree /Mimi the Motivator so you can see what's going on, because I don't care who you are. I got something for you. I have something that is going to help you get to where you desire to be beyond this show. Let's make sure that we are continuing our relationship outside of this show. Reach out to me. Make sure you send your questions in. Send your comments in. I take it all. I take feedback. I love feedback. So I don't care if you don't like something I did. Go on and tell me. I ain't scared. But definitely, if there's something that I said that has helped you, let me know. If there is a question that you have on your mind, on your spirit, that you don't feel comfortable asking someone else, send it to me. And that is where we'll get your answer. That way we don't know it's you. Nobody knows but me. And I don't even have to know it's you. You can say, my friend is going through this. My friend wants to know. My sister or my brother wants to know. Y'all know what is going on. It's all right. So let's get to the conversation today, because I'm excited about it. It's already got me pumped. Today we are talking about that the battle is an indication of the blessings. Yes, the battle is an indication of the blessings. What's really ironic is sometimes the battle is the blessing. Sometimes the oops is the blessing. Sometimes the thing that has knocked you in the head is the blessing. Because that knock in the head got your attention. That knock in the head got you on the right track of doing what it is that you really came to do. It got your attention like, oh, wait. That doesn't work. I heard a phenomenal example this morning that, sometimes, let's say if somebody is having a drinking problem, and if they make it home safely that night and they're like, yes, I don't know how I got here. I don't know, but thank you, God. That's not the blessing. The blessing is the person who hit the hydrant, because now they know that my drinking is a problem and I got to do something about it. That's why sometimes the battle is the blessing. The battle is the blessing because the battle builds us up. It builds up our muscle. It builds up our fortitude. It builds up our resilience. Every time you get knocked down and you get back up, that is building up your resilience. It's building up your confidence. Every time you stumble over something and then you do it a little better next time, that is the blessing. Failure is a blessing. The model that I have been really applying in my life lately, I can't say here, but I'm going to make the PG version. F up better. That's the motto around here right now. F up better. So be willing to F up. Be willing to fail. Be willing to foul. Be willing to fail your way to success. Be willing to grow. Because if you're not willing to fail, you're not willing to grow. If you're not willing to get stabbed in the back on this level, how are you going to handle when someone comes at you on the next level? If you can't handle the adversity that's coming to you now, how will you handle it on the next level? Yes. Think about it. When we play video games, each level that you played on that Mario's Brother game was a little bit harder. We used some of the same stuff. We jumped, we ran, we had the same moves. But we also had to start using those moves differently. We had to start using those moves more methodically. We had to use those moves better. We had to F up better. So in that effing up is where the blessing is. Because the blessing is the opportunity to grow. The blessing is the opportunity to be seen. The opportunity to be seen in yourself by looking at someone else. Because people are literally just walking around with a mirror on their face, showing us ourselves, showing us the parts that we really don't like about ourselves, but we haven't acknowledged because we've been ignoring it for so long. There's no way I'm like that. Excuse you. You gravitated that experience. You attracted that person. You attracted that into your life. So that way you could grow. You think growing is easy? No, man, that's why they call it growing pains. I remember when I was a teenager, I grew 5 inches in less than 9 months. Now that's a real growth spurt. And it was uncomfortable. My arms and my legs and my back did hurt. But I am excited to be a little taller now. I'm not a midget anymore. And nothing against short people in the world, because I was a short person the majority of my life and I still got short people problems. Okay? I didn't outgrow that part. My legs got a little longer. But when we are growing our muscles, for people who go to the gym, they lift weights and they keep on adding more weight on. Why do they add more weight on? Because they're trying to get stronger. We have to apply those same principles out here in this world. More weight is going to be added on so we can become stronger. Now, if you want to stay a weak person, don't expect any weight to be put on you. But if you have a desire to become stronger, if you have a desire to level up, be ready for the weight to come at you. Be ready for the attack. Be ready for the battle. You have to be ready to build with one hand and battle with the other. We talk about it in Credit World all the time. Me and Credit Kim on Wealth Wednesdays, every Wednesday evening, we get together and we talk about it, because we talk about how you have to build and battle credit. You have to build and battle when you're in business. When you're in a relationship, a romantic relationship, oh my God, that totally requires building and battling. You're going to be battling yourself. You're going to be battling the people watching your relationship. You're going to be battling a lot. But the biggest battle that all of us have is the enemy inside of us. And if we can conquer the inner enemy, no enemy outside of us will stand a chance. Let's welcome on the battle. Let's welcome on the bruises. Let's welcome on the speed bumps, because we know that it's growing us, that it's allowing us to see how strong, how much fortitude, how much resilience we really do have. Because how would you know if it never got tested? How would you know how patient you are if your patience never was tested? How would you know how good you are if you never messed up to do better? F up better, y'all, today. I know that our food for thought was from Ralph Waldo Emerson, but write that down today. F up better. Be okay with it. Be okay with the battle. Don't shun the battle. Don't feel like you're a victim of the battle. Be the victor in your battle, because that's up to you. The battle doesn't have to win at all. Either you can win the battle or you can surrender and know that the battle is not yours and allow the battle to be fought for you. You just do your part as a soldier of your own army. And remember that an army begins with one. So go into battle. Go into battle today with your head held high, chin tucked in because we're wearing a crown, but your chest poked out. Feeling strong, feeling prepared, because you know that every yesterday that you have encountered has prepared you for today. So there's nothing that's going to come against you today that you are not prepared for. And if you are not prepared for it, it came to prepare you. It came to prepare you for what's next. That's what the battle does. The battle prepares us for what's next. It builds us up for what's next. The greatest students get the hardest test. So if you don't want to be tested hard, then take your remedial self on and stop watching the show. Stop listening to this show, because this is not for remedial people. This message is for the best. This message is for the best who are ready to become better. This message is for you, not nobody else. Quit looking around. I'm talking to you, directly to you, directly to your mind, directly to your spirit. Trust and believe. Trust and believe the battle is coming. If it hadn't already shown itself to you, the battle is coming, because success is on its way to you. Success is probably happening in front of your face and you haven't even been able to acknowledge it, because you have been paying attention to the battle and not paying attention to the blessing. So be sure that today that you honor both the battle and the blessings that have come from all the battles prior, and prepare for the blessing that's coming today. How does that feel? Does that feel good, y'all? It feels good to me. I'm ready. I feel like I'm ready. Like, I'm a no-limit soldier. I thought I told you. That's probably what I'm going to listen to when I get off. I'm going to go back into that, pull out some of that old Master P. So do we have any questions from any of our live people? If you are with me live, go ahead and drop a question in the comment box, so that way I can answer your question. If not, then I got a little tidbit for you. So I do want to give a little bit of time. And if you are wondering, how do you get your questions to me without dropping them in a comment box somewhere, you can send me a personal message at mimithemotivator.com. You can also send me a DM on Instagram. I'm on Instagram. Don't send me nothing on Facebook. I'm not really there. I'm not really on LinkedIn. I have those accounts, but just know if you send your question there, it might be sitting in the queue for a little while. But I definitely want to be sure that I am here and that I am serving you the best way I can. So if there is anyone that is live that has a question that for somebody else, it may not be a question for you, it might be a question for somebody in your household, go ahead and drop that question below and let's see what we have. And if not, I have one right here in front of me. It says, Dear Mimi, I love listening to your show. I love that you're funny and enlightening at the same time. Well, I appreciate it too. And I appreciate that you put up with my personality. So I appreciate that. So I want to change what I eat, but I don't know where to begin. I hear you talking about food all the time, and I've watched a couple of your cooking videos, and I love them. Where can I begin if I want to begin eating healthier? Well, that is easy. Eat the rainbow. And what I mean by eat the rainbow, when you are preparing your meals, prepare your meals with colors in mind. I know a lot of us were taught about that old food pyramid, or I even teach food classes, cooking classes, food that include my plate, which my plate is not too bad as far as a measurement of how to determine what's on your plate. But the easiest determinant is the rainbow. You want to get as many colors on your plate as possible. However you do that. We want red, we want purple, we want orange, we want white, we want yellow. We definitely want green on our plate. That is the biggest start. The second thing that I want to recommend is that you drink your body's weight in half in ounces. So if you weigh, let's say 150 pounds, then you drink 75 ounces of water a day. If you weigh 200 pounds, then that's 100 ounces of water a day. And that will begin to do a couple of things. One, it's going to start flushing out some toxins in your body. It will flush out some toxins in your mind as well. It will hydrate you. Our brains are like 90% water. Our bodies are 70% water. But your brain needs water so it can think and properly function for you. The brain is nothing made up of water, fat, and protein. So, indicator that you need those things. Potassium is really big. Protein is really big. We want to be sure that we're getting our protein from the good places, though. I want to say steer away from your grocery store meats. If you really want meat, go to a butcher. Go to a real butcher that gets the meat locally. Otherwise, go for some plant-based meat. I'm a big fan of Light Life. Tell them they need to send me $1 or something. But I'm a big fan of Light Life. I'm a big fan of Phil Burger. Those are two of my favorite brands that I buy. I do the whole tofu thing. But I am not saying stop eating meat. I will never tell anyone that, because depending on what your body needs what it needs. You can tell by how things come out if the things that you put in were the right things. So pay attention to your body. Listen to it. If you put that first bite of food in your mouth and your stomach moves a certain kind of way, that means don't eat that, boo. But if you eat something and your body starts doing a happy dance, then that's the thing to go on and put more in your body. So the last thing that I want to say, if you want to start eating healthier, is incorporate some more raw stuff into your life, because it's live foods. Once we cook something, it kills some of the stuff that's in it, and we need all the stuff. So eat the rainbow, drink your water, eat a balanced diet, period. I think that's what's most important. Okay? All right. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Wherever you have tuned in, I appreciate you. I love you. Hit the share button, hit the like button, hit subscribe, hit whatever button you need to hit so you can be with me every single Wednesday, because I am back every week with a new episode for you, just for you. And me too, because you know I listen. But we are growing. We are becoming 1% better in one area of our life. We're getting our minds, our bodies, and our spirits and our bank accounts right. I am Mimi the Motivator, your favorite motivator's favorite motivator, and this is the Get High on Motivation Show. I welcome you to join me every week. I'll be here, waiting on you, loving on you. Be happy, be healthy, be you. So those of you who are joining me via YouTube, I want to tell you to make sure that you definitely hit the subscribe button, because this evening, me and Miss Kim Connor, better known as Credit Kim, we will be getting together for Wealth Wednesday, which we go live every Wednesday right here on this YouTube channel. So make sure that you have hit the button that you need to hit, and we'll see you later. Love ya.